Y'all, apparently Marquess Houston, the new Tyler Perry, because he'd been producing all these Tubi movies. The movie opens up with a girl screaming for help who looks like she was beaten up, but no one goes to help her. March 31st, 2021, 26 years later. This date should have said 13th, but whoever be editing this on Tubi needs to be fired. You'll see why later. Samantha is happily married to foreign-ass Henry. Henry goes to give Samantha a bracelet that she was eyeing the other day, and she goes to grab his gift too, but she fake AF because she shoots Henry. Samantha asks Henry if he remembers her, but he dies. March 13th, 2020, 1 year earlier. It's Samantha and Henry's wedding day. They are both head over heels in love, and Henry thinks he's the luckiest man in the world. Sam has decided to wear her mother's wedding dress, even though she's no longer around to see it. Henry's mother really adores Sam, so she tells the two to look after one another, and Sam assures her she will. Then Henry's ex and high school sweetheart, Ashley, approaches to congratulate them. The bitch wasn't even invited to the wedding, so everyone is surprised that she showed up wearing a sexy red dress that definitely catches the wrong attention. Ashley obviously still likes Henry, but Sam acts unbothered AF because she knows she's the throat goat. Henry tells Sam there's nothing to worry about because Ashley is his old rotten roast beef. During the party, Ashley can't stop herself and approaches the newly married couple. She brags about her family's company and how they're manufacturing planes now, and Sam claps back saying that's why planes are crashing. Oh, that's too soon, girl. Not long after getting married, Sam finds out that Henry cheated on her with Ashley. They got crabs and not the crusty kind. She packs her bags and plans to leave him for real. Henry thinks he did the right thing admitting that he cheated and somehow expects Sam to forgive him because he already admitted to it. But Sam doesn't know if she can still trust him, so she walks out of the house that night. Henry still loves Sam, so he asks her to meet. He apologizes and promises to never cheat again, adding that he'll spend his entire life making it up to his wife. Sam gives him another chance but threatens to kill him if he hurts her again. And we know a year after that, on their anniversary, Sam shoots him dead. Henry should have stayed with Ashley. 1 year later, Samantha, who now goes by the name Summer and pretends to be white with her new wig, works as a successful real estate agent, and everything in her life is as ideal as it can be. She admits to her best friend Pam that she's worried about the wedding because she wants it to be perfect. But Pam tries to convince her that everything will be fine. Just before she takes her clients on a house tour, Summer receives a phone call from her fine-ass fiancé, Emmett. She's worried that they might be taking things too fast, getting married not long after they first met. But Emmett tells her they are in love and that he knew she was the one the moment he first laid eyes on her at the cheek filler factory. March 13th, 2022. On their wedding day, Emmett's father gets quite emotional for his son. With their friends and family present to witness their special day, they finally make it official. Emmett reveals that he used to be a player who didn't take life seriously. But when he met Summer, she changed him and made him into a one-pussy man. His best friend Jake is still salty because Emmett didn't let him throw a bachelor party for him. So Emmett insists that he and Summer wanted a simple wedding and none of the extras. There's like literally 10 people in that wedding. Jake also admits he's happy that the two have found each other. He's surprised that when Summer entered Emmett's life, Emmett started to take things seriously and stopped putting his penis into every hole. 1 year later, Emmett is still in love. He says he has a gift for his wife and will give it to her the next day for their first anniversary. As for Summer, she'll be preparing their dinner. The next day, March 13th, 2023, Henry comes home, excited to celebrate their wedding anniversary. He starts to enjoy the dinner Summer cooked for him and only stops to hand her his anniversary present. Summer is pleased it's the one she's been asking for, a gold bracelet with a gun piece accessory. Boy, that's the biggest red flag right there. While he eats, saying this steak is to die for, Summer says bet and hits him with a baseball bat. He doesn't even know why Summer did it. Then she takes out a gun and shoots him before he can even defend himself. Emmett knows his time is running out. He crawls out of the house and Summer just continues to follow him. She doesn't say exactly why she shot him, but she remembers what happened to her years ago on March 13th, 1995. Her real name is Faith, and it was her birthday party, but no one showed up. She didn't know why no one wanted to be her friend, but her mother assured her that she would stay by her side no matter what, and that she could be Faith's friend. Later that day, a boy named Thomas and two more boys approached her. They asked Faith to follow them because they would show her something. Summer promises to end Emmett's suffering quickly, so she greets him with happy anniversary before she pushes him into the pool, where he is later found dead. December 2023, Summer reads in the newspaper that Thomas is now running as mayor, and he is her next target. When they were kids, Thomas and the other two boys led her into the woods. Thomas asked her to climb a tree even though it was really high. Faith was scared, but Thomas held her hands to calm her down, saying she should do as he says if she wants to be friends with them. February 2025, just after winning the election for mayor thanks to Elon Musk, the fine-ass Thomas is giving his speech when he is shot in the chest. A familiar face holds him and asks for help. January 2024, 1 year earlier. Thomas is running for mayor in LA, and he thinks he's starting to lose. His close friend and campaign manager, Sean, thinks he's no longer the same person he was before. That's why they're losing the people's support. In the middle of the meeting, Thomas's wife, Shelley, complains about the pain she's feeling. Thomas thinks she's just dehydrated. Suddenly, Shelley faints, and Thomas panics because she's not breathing. He's devastated, and he cries and begs his wife to wake up. While in the hospital, a woman walks in and says she's a reporter from the Capitol. This time, she introduces herself as Diana Mitchell. This girl went to the Erica Mena School of Wigs. She can assume any identity and get away with murder. She knows that Shelley's been in and out of the hospital and that she has stage 4 cancer. She says that as a journalist, it's very clear to her that Thomas is already losing. She advises him not to hide the truth from the public and instead tell them what happened to his wife. It's a sure way to get their support because they will see him as one of them, that he also struggles like them. Thomas thinks she'll be a valuable asset to his team, so he offers her a job in his campaign team, and she eagerly accepts the offer. Sean is pissed when he finds out about Diana. Thomas defends her, saying that because of Diana's advice, he is now up 70% of the votes. Then Sean accuses Thomas of sleeping with her. He tells Thomas that he'll leave the campaign team if Diana stays, so Thomas picks the new chick over his bro. He adds that his marriage is already dead because Shelley is only kept alive by machines, and that politics-wise or in life, Diana has made him the happiest he's ever been. But he insists he's not hitting Dad. Diana overhears the conversation and says she doesn't want her roast beef to cause beef between the two friends. Thomas says Sean's departure is not unexpected, and then he thanks Diana for making him the next mayor of LA. At the present day, Diana is at the hospital with Thomas. He's still in a coma after being shot, and she keeps asking him if he remembers her. She still remembers how she said no to Thomas when he asked her to climb the tree. She was scared, so she refused. But one of the boys pointed a gun at her and threatened to shoot her if she kept refusing. Then Thomas took the gun so he could scare her himself. So Faith picked up a rock and hit Thomas in the head. Diana becomes Thomas's new campaign manager, and they get so close that they almost kiss one night. But Diana remembers he's still married. When she realizes she's developing feelings for him, she wants to resign. "Girl, don't be acting all demure and cutesy. Use a hoe." Thomas tells her that he can't finish the race without her and that he needs her to stay. Then they share their first kiss. At the hospital, the doctor reveals that Shelley's body has given up and that she will be dead in a few hours. Thomas stays beside his wife, and then on the next day, he announces her passing as his new chick stands beside him. Not long after that, Diana waits for him at her place wearing a nightgown. He doesn't hold himself back, and they take it all the way until her roast beef is filled with mayonnaise. She asks about his scars, and Thomas tells a story about Faith and that he doesn't want to be that kind of person again. Diana, in turn, makes up a story about how she got her scar from a gunshot. Thomas thinks he's in love and that he wants to spend the rest of his life with Diana, so he proposes, and she says yes right away. Boy, your life about to be cut short. On March 13th, 2024, they finally get married. They exchange their vows, but Diana still remembers what happened. The three boys tied her to a tree, and then Thomas also hit her with a rock. Emmett assured Henry that the gun was not loaded. They just agreed to everything that Thomas said, and then Thomas finally pulled the trigger. All the boys got scared when they found out Thomas shot Faith for real. Henry suggested they call 911, but Thomas knew they'd get in trouble, and he didn't want to go to prison. He even blamed Emmett because he was supposed to make sure the gun was not loaded. Out of fear, the three boys took the gun and just left the body there and ran away. That night, a man saw Faith and took her to the hospital. At the present day, Diana is angry because she wants to kill Thomas herself. But because he's in the hospital, she has no choice but to wait for him to wake up. March 13th, 2025. For their anniversary, Diana asks Thomas to meet her at a special place. Before that, he meets with his therapist. After being shot 3 months ago, he lost some of his memory. He only remembers some from his childhood and can't even remember his first wife. But he remembers Diana well. He also addresses the public for the first time after he comes back and thanks his wife for taking care of him. When he arrives at the meeting place, Thomas gives Diana a bracelet with a gun piece accessory. Then Diana takes out a gun and threatens to shoot him. So he finally admits that he remembers everything. He knows her real name is Faith, and he recognized her when she visited the hospital. He heard what happened to Emmett and Henry, so he knew that Faith would come for him one day. But unlike before, Diana can't pull the trigger right away. She says she doesn't want to kill Thomas, but she has to in the name of revenge. Thomas insists that what they have is real and that Diana doesn't have to kill him. He explains that he left her when they were kids because he was afraid, and he panicked. He says he was just 13 years old and they just wanted to play a prank, and none of them knew the gun was loaded. Before Diana can shoot him, Thomas wrestles her, and they try to overpower each other. Diana even kicks him in the balls. Then she shoots him before the police arrive and shoot her dead. After that, Thomas continues to see his therapist, admitting he wishes he had died instead of Diana. Then the therapist who wears the gold bracelet with a gun keychain turns out to be Faith's mother. She shoots Thomas to avenge her daughter and finally finish the job. Y'all, the way I literally laughed out loud at the end because I didn't see that coming. Faith's mama a real one for that though. What did you guys think of this movie? I felt like revealing the twist too early left a lot to be desired.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.